Hi Aries. Aries seekers, welcome back to the Existential Shift. Happy birthday to you early Aries who celebrate in March. If you're new to my channel, welcome. My name is Morgane. What does Aries need to know for the month of March? Too many cards. Aries. You're going from having doubts and insecurity and not being certain of what the truth is, what your truth is, what's the best call, to knowing very, very accurately and making a sharp decision. You're going from uncertainty and stalling to being very, very cutting. What are you cutting, Aries? What is this very decisive act? Some of you are cutting out doubt itself from within you. Insecurity that you're carrying from childhood. Could be with love. Something that happened in your past that created a sense of, inherent doubt and insecurity and lack of faith. And you're coming to terms with it. And or it's something present in your life that you're dealing with that you weren't sure and now you're sure. What exactly it is? Let's see. The justice has been coming up. There's a cosmic justice playing out now. The universe, the guidance, spirit, the cosmic government is not as patient as it used to be. Yeah, still all loving and so on, but not as patient. King of Cups, Ace of Wands. Knowing what you desire, knowing what you feel is a big part of the equation of life and of your nature, because you operate based on instincts and gut knowing. And if it's doubtful or hidden somehow from you, it's very hard for you to operate in the world. But I see you quickly, right in the beginning of this month, knowing what you want and how you feel. I think the doer in you and the emotional in you are finding some sort of way to balance themselves and communicate with one another. It's the fire element and the water element. The masculine aspects of those elements within you. What I want, what I feel. It needs to work together, because when you want something different than what you feel, then that's ego, right? When your want is conflicting with what you feel, it means that what you want is based on ego and what it is you think you should want, or maybe from a sense of competition or needing to prove a point to yourself or to others. But when you want what you feel, when you want the person you have feelings towards, right? Or when you want the job that you feel most uplifted in and joyous in, that's alignment, that's balance. That's the justice card here saying it's time. Aries, it's time for you to simply be who you are and not be misguided by seemingly your sense of achievement, but in actuality making up for feelings of inadequacy that result in childhood issues. if that was a tough read, I'm sorry, but you need to hear this because you're really, really guided to level up. And the only way you can do that if there's harmony between the elements and resonance between the energies. If there's conflict and dissonance, you get stuck. It's like one leg on the gas, one leg on the brake. I feel this leg on the gas, but the ego wants this leg on the brakes, and trying to turn into a different direction that your avatar doesn't want truly to turn into. Now, I keep saying ego as if it's a negative thing. It's just a matter of how you're using the ego. But the ego can be a wonderful servant to the heart and truly get you there, to your purpose, to your joy. And when your truth and actions based on your truth align with the truth of the universal spirit and universal and the order, universal order, that's when things start picking up and grow. Some of you are developing feelings to someone that it started with passion, but you didn't really trust them for some reason, and maybe that gets resolved somehow. Some of you might find yourself attracted to someone whom you consider to be a friend, which is interesting. Or this could be a friend of yours finding themselves attracted to you. If that's relevant, then the person with the feelings might not have said it or showed it to the other person because of insecurity, or maybe not wanting to lose the friendship, etc. But now they're coming out with it. Show me more, please, for Aries. The sun is setting soon, and I'm filming this using daylight. So little by little, I believe it will get darker and darker, and that's okay. You'll still be able to hear me. Show me more for Aries, please, for March. 8 of Wands. Once the want and the feel aligns, things will move very, very fast. This is some, I don't want to say instant success, because all instant success, overnight success, come with a background of a lot of work in the shadows, right? We all know that. But you're catching a wave, Aries. I'm picking up on you like on a wave, like you're waiting on it. You know it's coming. You know the opportunity is coming. You know the thing is coming. You're either feeling it or anticipating it. Maybe you've created it. And you're peeking behind your shoulder. You're on the surfboard. And you see it. You see it. You see it. And then, boom, it's coming and you're on it. You're flying. You're going to grab an opportunity. You're going to have to act fast. Wow. So this could be an opportunity in love. This could be a sexual encounter that happens out of the blue. Okay. Out of the blue. This could be something that you fantasized about for a very long time. And now it happens. Good for you, Aries. Ace of Swords in the bottom of the deck. Yeah, there's a lot of sexual insinuations here. There might be a very, very moving expression of love of some sort, like a confession of love. And I'm picking up someone might write it to you, like maybe in a letter, but not necessarily. It could be spoken. And it leads to passion. Four of Swords, and then the overthinking, complication, the deliberation. Was it the right thing to do? Was it too hasty? Did we make a mistake? Will it affect our work? Will it affect our friendship? Will it affect our whatever? I don't know. It's a karmic relationship. It's a karmic situation. It's something that needs to be resolved between your souls. It's like something you're meant to go through with this person. It's not to say you're meant to be together forever and ever and ever. Every time I say the word soulmate, I feel like people are like, oh, my forever and a day. You have tons of soulmates. This could be a soulmate, to play out for a day, to play out for a week, to play out for 10 years, or to play out for a lifetime. It is all possible, but soulmate is not an automatic word for the full Monty. Does that make sense? Anyway, I'm not saying it's not. I'm just not saying that it necessarily is. Either way, this is meant to be played out. There's something here to conclude from it, to learn from it, to resolve, to experience. It's going to feel very whimsical and very majestic, this development. But then it's like someone freaks out and doesn't call the other person the other day. Or something like that. Aries, is that you? Two of Cups. It leads to romance. It leads to partnership. Oh my God, this is a flat out love reading. Wow. I'm gonna stop putting it on this coaster because it keeps getting glued to it. Okay. I think you will surprisingly find yourself in a not maybe a relationship, maybe a dating situation, but it's not something you necessarily planned. It's not something you necessarily thought will develop this way. If you're the one with the feelings, you probably think that it's not going to lead anywhere, or maybe it won't be reciprocated. If you're the one who's completely oblivious and unaware, this confession might, might surprise you. But either way, this develops. You guys are at least going to try. You're going to give it a chance. Two of Swords. Two of Cups, Two of Swords. Okay. The Star, Four of Swords, Two of Cups, Two of Swords. What is going on? So much debate, so much mental anguish and overthinking. Let it be. There's no way of knowing if it will work or not work, if it will succeed or not succeed, if it will... The only way to find out is to try. And that's the most you can do in life. If you don't try, you fail for sure. If you try, maybe you fail, maybe you succeed. Yeah, maybe we'll get messed up and uncomfortable. Life is messed up and uncomfortable. Get used to it if you haven't already. I mean, I'm sure you have. You're an Aries. You love messing up shit and feel uncomfortable and then laugh it out. It's like, well, that's how life happens. Yeah, but so maybe it's the other person who's being like that, being super conflicted and overthinking, and someone is bringing their childhood issues and their psychological triggers to get triggered by nonsense, and you're like, well, I didn't say anything. I didn't mean it like that. Why are you? And they're like offended and they're like hurt, and you're like, oh, God. It's exhausting. I understand, and it might end because of that nonsense. It's possible. This reading is very synchronized. Two twos, two eights, two fours, two kings. Is the feminine might have more than one option or more than one suitor. Not for sure, and it could be someone in like who was an option, but now that it happens with that person, then it's no longer an option, and then that person's kind of just bowing out or something like that. I don't know what I'm saying. Strike that. It's a possibility, but don't make a big deal out of it. Every time I say something like that, everybody's like, oh, it's life. It's life. Life. Oh, life. Oh, life. Oh, life. Two. Bottom of the deck, the High Priestess, another two. Yeah, someone is hiding their feelings. Possibly from themselves. Aries, you might be, hiding how you feel about someone from yourself because maybe it's uncomfortable for some reason, or someone might be trying to hide their feelings towards you. But it is coming out to the surface. It is expressed for sure this month and is attempted to be played out. So let's see. Five of Swords. It will be gunky. It will be like yes, no, maybe. And when you meet this person, it feels amazing, but then when you separate ways, then the mind starts playing tricks. There's a very deflective Libra energy. Possibly Aquarian energy. Show me more for Aries for the month of March. Did I mention that I love you guys and I'm happy that you're here? And thank you for your support of my channel. If you're new, make sure to subscribe and join the Existential Shift. Comment your thoughts. I read everything. Press the like button. It really helps the videos, not just for me, all your favorite creators. That like button has more power than you know when it comes to YouTube's algorithm. And for those of you who are sneaky and wants to like mess up with creators and you're pressing the dislike button and you think that it sabotages them, it actually doesn't, because every reaction is a reaction. There's no such thing as bad publicity, right? So if I see a like, I enjoy it and I send you love, but if I see a dislike, I don't send you love, but you still gave me energy and attention. So all you dislikers out there, you're disliking yourself and you're still benefiting us creators. So the Moon card. Yes, things. Okay. Oh, it's going to get so emotionally confusing. You are going to be uncertain of how you feel, what you want. You'll feel really, really confused. Maybe you have feelings to more than one person. Maybe you have more than one possibility. I don't know, but there's something, this expression of love, this encounter is going to like kind of overrun your mind. And I see you not able to think of anything else other than that person or what occurred between the two of you or that kiss or that sex or whatever. And it's just, or that conversation, I see you guys like really just playing it out again and again and again. And it all comes, it all stems from a place of you not feeling comfortable in listening to your heart. And Aries once asked me, what does your heart tell you? Well, let me return the favor to all Aries out there. What does your heart tell you? You gotta keep it as simple as that. I mean, it seems like you're not going to keep it simple like that. But it is as simple as that, you know? There's that famous saying that, the brain is a wonderful servant, but a dangerous master. Don't let your brain master you. Talk it out. You need to, whatever this is, talk to your person. Talk to that person. Explain your dilemmas, your concerns, your confusion, whatever. Give them the benefit of the doubt. They're very open. They're very attentive. Knight of Wands. Yeah. Be careful not to act reckless from a place of confusion and mental discomfort. Have the conversation, do the act, do the movement, make the approach, give the opportunity, take the opportunity, and so on. But make sure you are taking it responsibly with your communication. Just speak, say the words. Okay, you can't just keep it in the physical. If you only keep it in the physical, the other person won't understand what's going on with you. And they'll internalize it, and they might not say anything themselves, and then it will develop passive-aggressive behavior, and it's not going to help. Eight of Pentacles. Some of you are going to use the opportunities to escape to work, to avoid someone. If you need to do that, you need to consider what you're doing with this person, or if you actually have feelings for this person, or if you have deep-rooted issues that prevent you from opening up to that person. It could go either way, and it's another 8. An Ace of Cups. Okay. There's a relief of the heart. It's like you just say it. By the end of the month, you just say it. You take it off your chest. You express it, and it feels great. And you're going to be like, "What took me so long? I can't believe I made such a big deal out of it in my head. What took me so long, and how simple it is. Look." Just snap out of it. Snap out of towards the end of the month, snap out of the overthinking, analysis paralysis that gets you to playing games. Okay, of course, this could be the other person. You can reverse the roles. You snap out of it. You're showing willingness to work on it, or work on yourself, or give it a chance, and you just go with the faith with how you feel. You're like, this was too powerful for me to ignore. We have 2 aces, one very passionate, one very emotional one. And we also have the masculine masters of those aces. To the Ace of Wands, we have the King of Wands. To the Ace of Cups, we have the King of Cups. There's a masculine who's really stepping into his divine masculinity. And it's beautiful. Okay, I'm going to rearrange the cards so we can pick up on other aspects of the reading, and then I'm going to give you a preview to your extended. Your extended will focus on love, We'll look deeper into you and your person of interest, both of your mindset, heart space, actions, where you feel like you stand, and how things unfold throughout the month. And we'll also finish up with messages from the Celtic majestic runes. Okay? But for now, let's keep doing this for a second. Okay, so this is absolutely gorgeous. Look at this king's energies. Look at this masculine, how beautiful. These are the major arcanas. Guys, I will also link below the major arcanas that came out, Justice, Star, and the Moon, from my Tarot Masterclass, specifically the classes for these cards, because those serve as your spiritual and energetic guidance for the month of March. Okay, so if you want to know more about them, I teach everything there is to know about all the cards, not just the major arcanas, but I'm just going to link those, and if you want to find any of the other cards, just scroll down in the Tarot Masterclass. So you don't have to take the entire class, you can rent them separately, and I'll link them below for your enjoyment. Okay. A certain truth that was bubbling for a very long time inside is going to come out and be spoken about and be cleared and be decided upon. Are we trying this or are we not trying this? Are we feeling this or are we not feeling this? Are we working on this or are we not working on this? There's partnership. Everything to do with partnership is on the table, like it's really spoken about. So this could be two aspects of the divine masculine. This could be, two separate males. This could be a male and a female. But there's passion and expression that seemingly come out of the blue, but they've been there. They've been festering and bubbling, and it's beautiful. It's beautiful. It's also very sensual and physical. So once again, expect something sexually intense to happen. Honestly, that's what I'm just picking up on. And communicate what you feel, Aries. That's just the most, focus on that. If you have concerns, worries, questions, doubts, say it to the relevant person. You have doubts about being with them, tell them. You have feelings for them and you're wondering if you should try it, tell them. However it plays out. It's really important. It's really, really important because there's a really great opportunity to heal something in your psyche that have to do with love and with truth. It's gorgeous, I'll be honest. Oh my god, this constantly happens. Want to get a preview of your extended? Let's see how it starts. And now you don't have to take all those 3 classes. If there's one card that specifically, you're drawn to, that you want to know the lesson and the guidance, you can take what you want, right? But these are your go-to spiritual tasks / guidance for March. Okay? And because we had the Ace of Cups at the end of the month, maybe those of you who are celebrating a birthday, it's a lot of expressions of love for your birthday. Okay, show me into Aries and their person of interest for the month of March, please. Love reading, focusing on Aries and their person of interest for the month of March. Ooh. The links to find the extendeds are below. Everything is in the description box. The extended is available both on Vimeo to separately purchase or on Patreon for unlimited streaming of all the signs, plus extra VIP content and lunar spirit readings for my community of patrons, and daily rune messages. There's a lot of fun stuff, so check it out. Wait for the first of the month, sometimes in the first couple of weeks of each month, because you'll be charged regardless on the first of every month. So if you join on the 28th, for example, you'll be charged again for the first. So if you're watching this on the 28th, as I'm uploading this, wait a few hours until after midnight, until the 1st of March strikes, and then from there on, of course, you can join anytime. Just a recommendation to not be charged twice, unless you want to. Okay, this is a double pentagram spread. Show me Aries and your person. Love for March. Love for March for Aries and your person. Put your energy in the cards. Focus as you're shuffling. Okay, don't fast forward. Focus. Help the cards pick up on you guys, right? Best, most important, clear foresight and guidance for Aries love life between Aries and their person of interest. Thank you. There we go. All right. I'm going to expose 2 cards and I'll start talking about them, and that way you can tell or have an inclination if this speaks to you or not. Up to you. If you want to join me, I would love to have you there. Okay. All right. In your mindset, Queen of Wands, so Aries of you. And in your person's mindset, Queen of Swords. Now we have 2 queens. Interesting. Okay, so the general reading focused on the energy of the masculine, and the extended is going to focus on the energy of the feminine. Okay, Aries, now. By the way, you can reverse the roles. If I say something, I'm going to refer to this side as you and to this side as your person. But if this sounds like your person and this sounds like you can reverse the roles. So Aries. You communicate an energy of the Queen of Wands. You want to have fun. You want to experience your person. You want to experience life in general. You're very charismatic, very appealing, very generous. Very kind with your communication, very positive. Your person seems to be turning their back to you, like literally. There's an aspect of judgment and thought and possibly some sort of righteous indignation. Now, I'm not saying it with judgment yet. Maybe it's completely legitimate. I need to look further. But right now, they seem to be a little bit cold with their communication. They might not be communicating a lot. There might be some passive-aggressive energy. They might seem to it's like they're either super focused on work or other avenues of their life, or giving a lot of attention to their group of friends or their family, or either way, it seems like they're not giving you attention. Not with their communication anyway. Okay, and you seem to be very warm and expressive, sometimes very positive. Sometimes you might express a little bit of frustration, like, hey, why don't you give me more attention? Or, hey, why don't you want to do this? Or, hey, we want to do that, want to do this. And it's like there's no... And then what will happen is that you'll just turn to focus on yourself and on your endeavors and on your passions and your creativity. You're a very creative individual, and this one is more, and your person seems to be more analytical, more like on the professional side, and you might be a creative and they might be a professional, but don't make too much out of it. It could be just a mindset, specifically also relevant to the communication between the two of you, right? They might be an artist and you might be an accountant, but between the two of you, you're more the passionate, creative, sexual spirit, and they're more like the analytical, thinking planner type of person, Anyway, I will continue this in your extended. I'm looking forward to seeing you there. If not, love you anyway. Duh. Thank you for being here, and I'll see you very, very soon, Aries. Happy birthday. Bye for now.